Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Joan here, and today's video is going to be about this simple use film camera from Lomography. It is a disposable camera and you can shoot it with 400 ISO. It has 36 exposures, and after you're done shooting the film, you can reload this baby with another 35mm film. Doesn't have to be black and white, could be whatever you choose. And yeah, so it's pretty cool because you know, sometimes you buy a disposable camera and then you trash it because it's like a one and done deal, but this camera is cool because you can recycle in a sense by reloading it with another roll of film. So when I got this camera, I honestly didn't know what I was going to photograph with it, and especially with what's going on in the world, it's not like there was any like events that I could go to where usually I'd bring a disposable camera and like capture and use the flash and all of that. So I ended up deciding to bring it to a Black Lives Matter protest, but the thing is that it revolved around skateboarding. And so if anyone knows me, I have a huge love for skate culture, and it was my first time going to a protest that involved skateboarders, and it was in New York City. So I took the opportunity to bring this camera to Harlem and document the protest. So if you're not really familiar with New York City like that, there's an area called Soho, which pretty much has all the different shops that you can go to, but obviously that's kind of non-existent as of right now. But the cool thing is that despite all the protests and unfortunately the looting that happened, the fact that there were artists painting murals based on what was going on, and honestly I end up meeting some new people that I felt like I wanted to get to know just because I saw what they were making. And despite the tragedies that have been going on for years, it's just the fact that instead of just being aggressive and just doing harmful things, they were just making art out of what has happened, and I just use this camera to document it. So if anyone knows me, I don't really shoot disposable cameras that much, but when I do, it's pretty fun to use. And my thoughts about this camera is the fact that there are, first of all, different varieties of this camera, and also you can add a filter to the flash to have a different effect, especially if you have color film. But with black and white, when you have filters on the flash, that also changes the exposure and the contrast. If you really think about it, it's just the same idea of having like a filter on the lens. And also what I wanted to say about this camera is the fact that my only thing that was very difficult is reloading this camera with another roll of film, because there's a whole different, it's not just like your typical 35mm where you would like open the back and then you like put the film and then pretty much it's just like that's it. But it has like it's the fact that you open the camera and then you insert the film, and then after that you pretty much have to like set the dial here on top to E, because originally after you're done it lands on 36, and then once you have it at E, you have to slide this notch here, which you would not know if you don't really look clearly. And then pretty much underneath here, it's kind of like you're rewinding the film back so it starts again. So I can honestly understand why that would be a turnoff about getting this camera. Is like, it's cool because you're like, oh, you could reload the film, but it's the whole process a little bit to learn in the beginning and how to learn how to reload this camera. But once you do, then it's simple. Then you're not going to really complain much about reloading the film. But with all of that said, I'm a supporter about just saving the earth and going green. And so the fact that if I could use this camera and recycle and use this camera over and over and have the idea of pretty much a disposable camera, then why not get these Lomography disposable cameras and just take the patience in learning how to reload it. But that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys liked the video. If you ever use this camera or any of the others, I'd like to see the photos that you shot with it. So please comment below, make sure you subscribe, and tap that notification bell. So thank you, and stay tuned till the next video.